Well, we will Auspicious Derricks on Parcel Beast. Over. Well, let's see what we hit. Bounce Omnath. Make some Scutes. Forest to the bottom. Play the land. Make some Scutes. Well, alright. Do you have a Wrath opponent? Go to combat. Attack ya. Down to 20. Do you have Ugin? Need some new Zendikar Rising cards? You can get them today from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just head over to cardkingdom.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic, and we got a sweet one this week. We are heading to Zendikar Rising Standard to Scute-tate. Scute Swarm mutate. Basically, we are not only trying to make as many Scute Swarms as possible, but by mutating onto our Scute Swarms, we can make just ridiculous things happen because the mutate pile sticks. So if we mutate on Scute Swarm, every time we play a land, if we have at least 6, we're getting a copy of the whole mutate pile. So it's very possible that we end up with like hundreds of Auspicious Derrickses or Migratory Gatehorns on the battlefield. It gets ridiculous super quick. So let's talk about the deck, jump right into the game, starting with the card that it's all about, Scute Swarm. Scute Swarm is the most important, sweetest card in this deck. So Scute Swarm is just a little 3-mana 1/1, but it has landfall. Whenever a land comes into play, you get a 1/1 insect. If you have at least 6 lands, instead of the insect, you get a copy of Scute Swarm. So the trick of this deck is mutate. So mutate, it's such a weird mechanic, but essentially when we mutate on a creature, that creature and the mutate creature just kind of mesh themselves together. So let's say we put a Migratory Greathorn on a Scute Swarm. We now have a creature that whenever we mutate, we get to search out a land, put it on the battlefield, but we still have Scute Swarm's ability. So once we get up to 6 lands, we're going to start making copies not of Scute Swarm, but of the mutate pile. So we're going to keep getting Migratory Greathorns, or maybe we put Auspicious Derricks on the Scute Swarm. If we get up to 6 lands, every time a land comes into play, we're getting more Auspicious Derrickses, and it grows exponentially. The first land, we go from 1 to 2, then the next one we go from 2 to 4, and then 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Eventually we get to the point where we're playing a single land, and we're just getting like hundreds of copies of our Scute Swarm mutate pile. These mutate creatures are most important because they all can put lands into play in one way or another. Migratory Greathorn, whenever the creature mutates, we just literally like rampant growth out of land, put it on the battlefield. So that's a way we can make more copies of our Scute Swarm mutate pile. Parcel Beast can tap to draw a card essentially, but if it's a land, we put it into play. So that lets us make more Scute Swarms. And then Auspicious Derricks, once we get going, it gets absolutely absurd. Whenever it mutates, we basically get to put the top X permanent cards from our library into play, where X is the number of times it's mutated. So once we get going, this could be putting 3, 4, 5 lands into play. Those lands come into play on tap so that we can keep mutating, trigger it again, and just combo off and go super crazy with our Scute Swarm mutate pile. Otherwise, we have some utility mutators. Sea-Octopus, just a really cheap mutate card, plus sometimes we draw a card with it. And Flash Mutate can be relevant, especially with things like Pouncing Shore Shark, which can flash and mutate. When it mutates, we get to bounce one of our opponent's creatures as our main defense. Aluna, it's very powerful in the deck. It's a 6/6 flyer that puts permanents into play. The only downside is it can't hit land, so it's basically strictly worse than Auspicious Derricks in our deck because we really want to be putting lands into play to make more copies of our mutate pile. But this makes sure that we can just keep mutating and mutating and mutating and getting more lands and making more Scute Swarms until we just spiral out of control with the game. Otherwise, we got a bit of support stuff. Gildagoose, Baby Godzilla, Ruin Reborn, or Polywog Symbiote, Entangled Florohedron, which is kind of in a land slot halfway, partly. These are cards that in the early game ramp us, and they give us cheap bodies to mutate onto, which is really important because one of the most powerful things our deck can do is like play a Gildagoose on turn 1 and then Sea-Octopus draw a card on turn 2. Or maybe we Parcel Beast on a Polywog Symbiote and draw a card, and we start ramping with Polywog Symbiote. So those cards just kind of hold the deck together, give us cheap bodies to mutate on, and ramp us into our Auspicious Derrickses, help make sure we can mutate a bunch of times into the same turn to combo off. As far as our actual lands, get some random dual lands, some basic lands, pretty straightforward stuff. Sideboard-wise, Bubble Snare into the Royal give us some removal, Scavenging Ooze to hate on graveyards and Uros and gain us life against aggro, Mystical Dispute negate for control, and Crickplay at Bagloth. I mean, if we run into a control deck, we do get a lot of lands out of the battlefield. We can potentially kick this, have a 10-10 that's uncounterable, unkillable, and just smash our opponent. And that is Scute-tate for standard. One of the most ridiculous budget decks. Oh man, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. You gotta see it in action. Let's jump into the games. See how many Scute Swarm mutate piles we can make. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. All right, budget magic time. We are mutating in standard, Scute-tating, Scute Swarm mutate, and no Scute Swarm, but we got a lot of mutate stuff, so seems reasonable. We can start ramping with this Great Horn next turn, hopefully. All right, Null Priest of Oblivion, sure. Well, play a land, Great Horn on the Goose, over and Island. So, I mean, Scute Swarm is the sweetest thing our deck can do, but we can just kind of mutate our way to victory too, which is good. Another blue source would be nice. Blue source, we could Baby Godzilla into Parcel Beast. Tabaraks. Alright, so opponent's playing Clerics by the looks. Well, we will Parcel Beast under. Get a land. And yeah, I guess we just pass. Play some defense. Planes for our opponent. Alright, Blood Chief's Thirst. Well, let's draw a card. Yeah. I mean, that's not good, but it's not the end of the world. Opponent gets and hits us. Down to 14. Play Baby Godzilla. Play Gilded Goose. Temple of Mystery. Floral Hydrant to the bottom. Alright, and pass the turn. Next turn, hopefully we get to start doing sweet things. We can block here. Alright, Null Priest is fine. I mean, we have 3 Auspicious Derexes. Speaker of the Heavens. Alright, not quite to the point where our opponent can make angels yet. Getting close, though. Wow, interesting attack. Huh. Okay, so block here. Block here. We will mutate on Baby Godzilla. Discard a... Are we just going all in with these Derexes? Alright, discard a Parcel Beast. I guess we are. Under. So we kill the Null Priest. Opponent grows Tabaraks. But it is time. Auspicious Derex, mutate on the pile. Discard. Discard a Derex, I think. Over. Oh, Scute Swarm. Okay, that's good. The Scute is here. Make a copy. Play the Gilded Goose. Get a food. Attack you. So opponent's going to start to make angels, which is concerning. However, we are going to start doing really big things. Things about to get crazy here. Opponent. Land. Skyglaive Cleric. Sure. Veto we didn't plan for. Makes an angel. Hits us. Down to 8. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sterix. I think we gotta mutate on the big mutate pile. Loot away Thornwood Falls. Over. Do some things. Alright, get some lands. Make some Scute Swarms. Get some lands. Make many Scute Swarms. Play a land. Make many Scute Swarms. Are we just dead to veto, though? Probably. So veto lifelinks, opponent attacks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, attack. Opponent blocks and blocks. Ooh, they're going to block with a veto? Alright, we will leave the angel. Kill the veto, kill the Skyglaive Cleric. Opponent grows Tabaraks. Alright, pass the turn. I mean, if we untap, we win. We have a ridiculous number of Scute Swarms. We had to get the veto off the table because veto lifelink attack could potentially just kill us. We can crack the food to gain life and then just swing out for the win, hopefully. This does have lifelink now to the bottom. Opponent can't make an angel. Wow, Village Rites Sacrifice. Okay. Grows Tabaraks, draws 3. But how does our opponent avoid dying on the backswing? And they don't. Whew! Opponent got off to the fast start, but eventually the Scutes just take over. Alright, so into the Royals in, and I guess Bubble Snares in. We will go down. What are we gonna cut? That's always the question. 2 Gilded Geese, a Parcel Beast, and a Floral Hydron? Let's try it like that. Floral Hydron. Well, I mean, that was not maximum scoots, but 34 was pretty good. It just shows the explosiveness of the deck. How we go from, and it gets even crazier if we mutate on the Scute Swarm. That game we didn't really have the opportunity to, at least not at full power, but that's the 0 to 60 that the deck can do pretty impressively. Alright, opponent's on the play, clericing us. Alright. I mean, I guess we'll keep this. This is slow, but we do have an Into the Royal to slow our opponent down, and hopefully we draw some early game stuff. Alright, land go. Or not. We did cut some early game stuff, so I guess it makes sense we're not going to have it as often. Cleric of Life's Bond. Well, land go. Swamp for our opponent. Tabrax. Yeah, let's just bounce the Cleric. Play an island, pass the turn. Alright, Cleric returns. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, run out C-Dash. Play the land, go to combat, attack. See if our opponent blocks. If they block, we get a pretty nice blowout. Alright, Shore Shark, over C-Dash. Bounce Tabrax, kill the Cleric! Oh, yes, 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 yes. Alright, that was good. We didn't get to draw a card, but that's fine. If we untap with this Shore Shark and get to Sterix, that might just be game already. No scooting necessary. Bubble Snare is a surprisingly good removal spell for... Oh my god, that's it? Alright, well, sorry opponent. We're coming for you. Oh no, we don't have the mana. Ugh. Well, go to combat, attack. Let's see if we can draw land. Wow, chumps, okay. Well, Baby Godzilla. Go. Oh, I forgot that, yeah, we don't have a cost reduction, so it is 6 mana at the moment. I mean, we're still in really good shape. Alright, Speaker of the Heavens, sure. Opponent passes. Well, Suspicious Sterix. On the Shore Shark, loot. Discard Bubble Snare. Over. We will get a couple triggers. Bounce Speaker. Go attacking. Draw a card. Hit you to third. Oh, what a dominating performance. Play the land. Mutate Migratory Greathorn, and that is probably game. Loot away Parcel Beast. Under. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Get a land. And, yeah, not bad. And, alright, your go, opponent. Oh, this deck's sweet. And about it. Scoops it up. Outscooted. Severely outscooted. Oh, this deck. Alright, sweet, sweet. Rank it up, rank it up. Alright. Budget magic time. We are Scute Swarm mutating. Scute-tating, if you will. In Zendikar Rising Standard. And, yeah, we'll keep this. No scoots, but we got a good mutate start. Temple of Mystery. Do not need more tap lands. Go. Ooh, opponent might be a control deck. That could be bad. Well, land and Baby Godzilla. Don't counter it, don't kill it. Alright, Mystical Dispute. That does slow us down. Without that, we don't have anything to mutate on. And without being able to... Oh, this might be a tough mutate matchup. Opponent, untap land. Well, Gilded Goose. Make a food. And Temple of Mystery. Island. Do we even want an island? I guess we better as a backup plan. With how much removal our opponent has, we might have to just start hard casting. Ooh, it's flash. All right, that's, okay, probably bad. That means lots of counters. Many, many counters. And probably a lot of instant speed removal. And mouse sleeves. Opponent hits themselves to 14. Gets and hits us. No blocks. Down to 17. Well, mutate Greathorn. Attempt to. Cunning Nightbonder, draws a card. And drown in the lock to kill the goose. Okay. Well, play the tap line, pass the turn. That's not the end of the world. Like, we still get the Greathorn, which can block our opponent's stuff. Oh, boy. Another Nightbonder. Opponent's going off. Opponent. Passes. Land and Parcel Beast. Mutate. Okay, bounces the Greathorn. We will mutate. Over. Get a... I guess it doesn't really matter. Grab an island. All right, opponent. Yeah, opponent is definitely, their deck is annoying. The flash creatures drawing cards is a big problem. We don't really have just removal. We have some bounce and so forth, but, well, we will again attempt to Parcel Beast under, get a land, Thornwood Falls, and pass the turn. No attacks. Oh god. All right. Slitherwisp number 2. Oh yeah, this is real bad. That's so much card draw. Opponent untaps. Thief Guild Enforcer draws 2 cards. Yeah. Opponent might have us now. I don't know if we can get out of this. Mills. And another Drown in the Lock. Ugh. Alright. Kills our board. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Well, Slitherwisp, really good. This is probably an incredibly bad matchup for our deck, I would say. Might be close to unwinnable, honestly. I don't know if there's... Because even our, like, answers, like Bubble Snare and Into the Royal, are really bad against our opponent's deck, so... Yeah. I mean, they can't all be good matchups. And, I mean, I guess there's a chance our opponent just doesn't have the answers. And if our opponent doesn't have the answers, and we get to start Scute Swarming, then we win it going away. But the amount of answers our opponent has, and the amount of card advantage that we can't deal with, I think just makes this a really tough matchup. Well, we'll see. Land go. Opponent Swamp, and passes. Well, land go. Opponent has Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mills a couple cards. Land for our opponent, gets in, hits us. I'll play the land, play Gilded Goose, get a food. Parcel Beast the Goose. Opponent has counter number 1 of God knows how many. Opponent passes. Well, play Scute Swarm. Temple, make a dork. Yeah, I guess we'll keep Parcel Beast. That is a cheap mutator. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's bad. That's Slitherwisp. Slitherwisp is the card that we're scared of, because that's the one that just draws our opponent a million cards. Booted. Looking at our graveyard. Probably has Drown in the Lock in hand. Opponent. Passes. Well, we will play Parcel Beast on the... Let's go Plant Token. Alright, so opponent has more interaction. Ashiok's Erasure. Well, we will C-dash on Gilded Goose. Over. Get in, draw a card. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Merfolk. Windrobber. Mill some cards. I don't know what our opponent's deck's doing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that by the looks. Opponent. Gets in. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just take it. Whatever. Down to 15. Opponent passes. I'll go to combat. Get in with C-dash. Soaring Thought Thief. Well, we will Mystical Dispute it. Opponent gonna chump. Or not. Alright, opponent takes it. Down to 16. We draw a card. Well, play Scute Swarm. Play a land. Pass the turn. Can the Scute save us? We're one land away from copying Scute Swarms, and that's when things are really good. Opponent. Another Merfolk Windrobber mills us. Turdzod Thieves Guild Enforcer. Come on, land. Come on, land. All he needs a land. Wow, opponent's getting frisky. Okay. Down to 13. Mills a land. Now go to combat. Attack. Opponent, gonna block sack. Sure. Well, play Baby Godzilla. And, mutate Shore Shark. Loot. Just trying to hit a land. We don't really care about bouncing, because our opponent could just recast their stuff. We just want a land to start copying Scute Swarms. That's not a land. Well, discard Baby Godzilla. Over. Bounce Slitherwisp. Pass the turn. Opponent, recast Slitherwisp. Wow, draws a card. That feels a little desperate. Soaring Thought Thief, draws a card. Oh, Slitherwisp is so insane. Mills. Alright, opponent, what you got? Manually tapping a bunch of mana. What is this? What is this? Looking at the graveyard? Agadeem's Awakening. Gets back some dorks. Mills some cards. Well, we'll see what happens. This is not exactly where we want to be. Opponent, land. Goes to combat, gets in. Mills some cards. Ugh, there goes all the lands we were hoping for. Opponent hits us to 9. Well, there's a land. I'll play a forest. Scute Swarm. Mutate Auspicious Sterix on Scute Swarm. Opponent sacks to draw a card. How lucky are they? Okay, pretty lucky. Very lucky. Well, we loot, and yeah, that does it. Alright. Well, that's not a good matchup for our deck. That's probably the worst matchup imaginable, honestly. Budget magic time. We are Scute-tating, Scute Swarm mutate, in Zendikar Rising Standard. That sounds fine. No Scute Swarm, but we have some mutate stuff. Got some stuff to mutate on. A bit of ramp. Seems reasonable. Well, forest and honk honk. Give a goose. You. See what our opponent's up to. Alright. Land. I'll play an island. Play Tangled Floral Hedron. Oh, they're the cycling deck. Interesting. No attacks. So big Zenith Flare is going to be an issue. Opponent plays a tap land. Well, play the land. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just pass. Opponent. Mountain and Iron Crag Pyromancer. Well, let's Shore Shark on the Goose. Over. Bounce the Pyromancer. Untap. Land. Sterix on Shore Shark pile. Over. Come on, give us some love. Give us some love. Well, alright, 2 lands. Baby Godzilla. Sadly, we're out of mutators, though, which isn't great. Opponent replays Iron Crag Pyromancer. Passes. I'll play the Scry land. Keep Parcel Bees for next turn. Get in with Sterix. Headshot. 14. Well, next turn we can start doing things again, hopefully. Opponent. Ooh, another Pyromancer. Alright, well, we gotta go. We gotta do big things this turn. So, Parcel Beast. Mutate on the pile. Loot away an island. Under. Trigger. Bounce Pyromancer. Lands a Ghidorah. And opponent. Done, done, done. Alright, well, that went pretty well. The Pyromancers are a problem, Mancer, but we'll bring in the Oozes. We'll bring in a couple of bounce spells, couple of additional bounce spells. Unfortunately, Bubble Snare, not super great against what our opponent's doing. So 3 toughness is going to be at a premium. What do we cut? I think we need Ooze to be able to eat away our opponent's graveyard because they probably do have Zenith Flares. We got to cut 6 cards. We could go down the Goose. We lose some explosiveness. Jeez, can we... Maybe we don't bring in the Into the Royals. Maybe we just trim and go like a Parcel Beast, a Floral Hedron, a Goose, and a Ghidorah? Run it like that. Opponent's on the play this game. Thankfully, that was a bit of a slow cycling start. If they could have started cycling with those Pyromancers out, things would have gotten bad quick. Alright, sure. We will keep. Mountain for our opponent. Passes. Well, Thornwood Falls go. So step 1 is Baby Godzilla, get the Great Horn on it. Step 2 is Sterix, and then go to town with Scute Swarm. That's our hope and dream. Not super concerned about random cycling jank. I think we can handle a Flourishing Fox. Opponent passes. We'll play a land. Baby Godzilla. Go. Opponent cycles. Grows the Fox. Untaps. Gets in. New blocks. Down to 19. Alright, there's the Pyromancer. I'll play the land. How do we want to do this? Do we have to bounce? Yeah, I think we have to... Mutate on Baby Godzilla. Loot. Discard. Ghidorah. Over. Get a land. No attack. So that gets outside of Pyromancer range for now. Next turn we can start bouncing, hopefully. We could also just Sterix and hope for the best. Opponent. Cycles. Grows a Fox. Gets a Lightning Bolt. Uh-oh. They actually have more damage. Tap land. Ooh. Alright, so that's bad news. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, alright. Yeah, that's not ideal. Play a land, play Sterix. Opponent grows a Fox, gets a Lightning Bolt. Or no lightning bolt this turn. That's only one cycle. All right. Oh, no. Oh. All right. And that's game. All right. So opponent really good at drawing Iron Crag Pyromancers. We will run it back. Huh. Yeah, those Iron Crag Pyromancers were insane for our opponent there. We can beat one of them normally, but if our opponent is going to continually draw two of them, it's going to be tough. Well, all right, we'll keep this. Temple Garden. Do we even want Parcel Beast? I think we go bottom for now. Opponent. Plains. And you got Fox. All right, just a cycle. I'll play the land, play Gilded Goose. I think Gilded Goose is more important than Ooze here. Pass the turn. Oh, opponent cycles. That feels desperate. That feels... Oh, missing the lands? Opponent with a greedy keep? All right, now we're in good shape. Mutate on the Goose. No Pyromancer problem this time, at least at the moment. Get an island. Hit ya. Down to 17. Opponent gets a Plains. And Valiant Rescuer. Well, yeah, let's mutate Shore Shark. Under. No, Alexa, stop. Alexa started playing Baby Shark, which is the last thing I want. Please, for the love of God, Alexa. Anything but that. Opponent. How you gonna deal with that? We're just gonna bounce your stuff forever, opponent. No Pyromancers to save you this time. Valiant Wet Rescuer, sure. Oh my goodness, so close. Well, we will C-Dash Octopus mutate. Under. And opponent, done, double done. Well, we didn't go off with Scute there, but we managed to overcome the Pyromancers of Doom and get the win. Yeah, all right, sweet. Budget magic time. We are Scute-tating in Zendikar Rising Standard. And, all right, I kind of like this hand. Turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Parcel Beast on the Goose. Seems fine. Eventually, hopefully, get to Ghidorah. Well, land and Hong Kong. Pass the turn. See what our opponent's up to. Hopefully not goose hunting. Mountain and... Ooh, Fireblade Charger. All right. Well, 4 toughness on this goose should be good. Parcel Beast. Over. And... yeah, I guess we just play another goose. Ship the turn. So we got to get to 6 mana for Luna / Ghidorah. Plains for our opponent. Kargan Intimidator. I like that. Well, play the land. Great Horn. Huh. Do we Great Horn Parcel Beast or Goose? Yeah, let's go Goose. Let's split it up. Over. Get a island. And no attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The question is, do we crack the food to activate this Parcel Beast? Or do we hope we draw an untap land to Ghidorah? Oh, I love the art on these. The art's so good. Core Blade Master. Okay. Opponent cracks, gets a tap land. Ooh. I mean, I guess if we activate and hit a land, well, we'll see. Opponent passes. You know what? I think we're going to do it. Activate Parcel Beast. Get a land. Oh, we would have hit the untap. Oh, we get it anyway. All right. Play the land. Ghidorah. On Great Horn. Over. Trigger. Get a land. Get a Gilded Goose. And, yeah, let's get in for 6. Pass the turn. Mounted for our opponent. So now we just need more mutate stuff. Like, as long as we keep hitting mutate stuff, we're in great shape. Ooh, Nahiri. Spicy. All right, makes a dork. Gets in. Just kidding. And now we probably do... Wow, gonna get in. All right, so we draw nothing. We will activate Parcel Beast. Draw Baby Godzilla. Kill Nahiri. Play Baby Godzilla. Thornwood Falls. Pass the turn. Oh, come on, Mutator. Scute Swarm would also be good, but mutating into Scute Swarm is even better. Akiri. So once our opponent gets equipment, their deck's going to be a little scary. But so far, we haven't seen any equipment. I guess they can... All right, another Charger. Sure. Opponent. Well, make a food. Sack of food. Up to 24. Floral Hedron. Well, all right. Parcel Beast. Land. Well, play Floral Hedron. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Oh, Ugh. We've got off to a good start, but we've just sort of like fizzled on hitting one more mutator. Oh boy, opponent found it. Cabria takedown. All right, staying alive, staying alive. Opponent. Bone crushes the goose. Well, we will make a food. Opponent. Oh, come on, Scute Swarm or mutators. Attacks with everything. Well, we will block and block. Kill some stuff. Lose a Floral Hedron, which isn't doing much anyway. Crack a food, draw a card. Or crack a clue, I wish. Crack a food, gain some life. Untap. That works. Mutate on the Parcel Beast. Loot. Discard a land. Oh, would we have won? I think we would have won. Yeah, we would have won if we did that differently. Oops. Yeah, pass the turd. Yeah, that was a bit of a... We could have just won there, so that was definitely a mistake. We could have mutated on Baby Godzilla. I keep forgetting there's a goose at the bottom of this, so we could have got in for 8. I guess it's more fun to not do that? Why win now when we could win a few turns from now even more spectacularly? Opponent. Passes. And, alright, so, well, we get the win anyway. I mean, that went pretty well for being an aggro matchup. So, opponent's Warriors. I don't even know if we change anything. Let's run it back. Do that again. This time with 100% more Scute Swarms, please. Alright, on to game number 2 against Boros Warriors. You know what, we're gonna keep this. It's slightly, well, by slightly I mean very, but it's pretty greedy since we only have 1 land. And we're definitely gonna need more lands. If our goose dies, it's really bad. Alright, Season Hollowblade. Land, please. Land? Okay, that's a land. So play the land. This lets us Great Horn. So this worked out perfectly. Now we're where we want to be. Great Horn. Over the goose. Grab a... let's go Forest. And we have the Scute Swarm. So if we can get our mana up, then we are in really good shape. Plains for our opponent. Ooh, Maul the Skyclaves. Alright, that's a clock. Gets and hits us. Down to 15. We don't have an answer to this at the moment. Well, we will... Great Horn. On the Great Horn. Over. Get 2 lands. Island and Island. I am a little worried about the double strike. The equipped warriors have double strike 2-drop. That would be bad. No attacks. Opponent, land. Cracks it. Yeah, this is problematic because it gives it flying. Mountain. Okay, Akiri, that's fine. Fireblade Charger, sure. Gets in, draws a card. Oh, we take it. No blocks. Down to 10. Now let's see what we draw. Parcel Beast. So, let's Scute Swarm. Parcel Beast. The Great Horn. Under. Start scooting. Land. 2 scoots. Land. 4 scoots. So we have plenty of ground defense, but we could still get janked out in the air. Alright, pass the turn. We gotta stand defense. That double strike card is very scary. Opponent, untaps, draws. Combat. Gets in. Draws a card. Yeah, alright. No blocks. Down to 5. Opponent. Ooh, Skyclave Apparition. Alright, that's a really bad one for us. Oh no. That might beat us. Land, because we don't have a flyer now. Ugh. Baby Godzilla. How can we get out of this? Can we get out of this? Well, mutate Sterix. Over. Ugh. Great Horn in death. Maul the Skyclave's interesting. Alright, well that didn't go ideally. Alright, maybe we gotta bring in the End of the Royals. We are gonna have to hit removal at some point. We didn't do it that time. Go down to Floral Hedron, go down to Sea Dasher, run it like that. Alright, we're on the play for game number 3. Oh, we were so close to going off, but that Maul the Skyclaves of all thing was really good for our opponent. We just never found any removal, so our opponent was able to just like hit us in the air a bunch of times, and that was enough. Maybe Maul the Skyclaves is like halfway playable. We're gonna keep this, although gonna need to draw land. Preferably a green one, but we definitely need to draw land of some kind. The good news is we do have some bounce this time, so we're not just gonna get run over like last time. And if we draw one land, Baby Godzilla can hopefully find us more. Opponent tap land. All right, that's not a land. Well, Baby Godzilla, go. All right, Magic Gods. It is your time to give the good guys a land. Opponent plays a Plains. Season Hollow Blade. Land, please? That is the opposite of a land. Well, all right. Oh, boy. All right, pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. Maul the Skyclaves. Well, we will bounce a Hollow Blade. The downside of Maul the Skyclaves is it is expensive to equip. All right, well, Sea Dash Octopus. Discard a Parcel Beast. Under. Go to combat. Attack, draw a card. Land Baby Godzilla number 2. Well, we're kind of getting there in a really awkward way. We can Shore Shark next turn to double loot. And hopefully that Skyclave Apparition. All right. Well, pass the turn. This lack of green mana is a huge problem. Opponent. Land. Season Hollow Blade returns. Core Blade Master. Opponent. Well, all right. Shore Shark, loot. Looking for a green source. All right, there's a green source. We will discard a Parcel Beast. Over. Bounce Hollow Blade. Forest. Great Horn. Discard a Island. Over. Bounce Blade Master. Get a land. That was a good turn. And, yeah, I guess we attack. Opponent down to 16. Oh, we probably should have kept the untap land. I guess it doesn't matter, because this is... Yeah, we're good either way. Opponent. We would like this Great Horn to live. If that dies, it slows us down quite a bit. Blade Master returns. Ooh, equips. Okay, we will take it. Down to 16. This might be a good turn. Sterix, mutate on the pile. Oh, there's our Scute Swarm. Discard the tap land. Over. We want to get the land last in case we hit a Scute Swarm. Bounce a Blade Master. All right. All right, there's a Scute Swarm. Now we should be in good shape. Land. Scutes. Land. Scutes. And this is where the deck becomes insane. Opponent down to 10. And we have another Sterix. Oh, next turn is going to be so absurd. Opponent. Well, this better be good about it, because next turn is going to be crazy. We can play another Scute Swarm and then mutate. Amiria's calls, make some angels. Sure, gets in. No blocks this turn. Down to 12. Well, play Scute Swarm. Mutate Sterix on the Sterix pile. Discard a Scute Swarm. Over. Do some things. Bounce an angel. Get a land. Start scooting like crazy. We might be able to crash Arena here, depending on what we hit with these Sterixes. Okay, that's some lands. That's some Scutes. Yes, here they come. Oh my goodness, that's more lands. Many more lands. That is many more Scutes. Will Arena survive? Yeah, we'll bounce your angel. And then, can we Shore Shark? We cannot. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we passed the turn. All right, opponent. Can you beat 85, 80, well, even more, 90 Scute mobs? If we untap here, we're going to cast the Shore Shark. For science. Target Intimidator, certainly. If we untap here, I think we break Arena. I would be shocked if we did not. Well, I mean, I don't think we're going to die this turn. The question is if our opponent scoops or if they stick around for science. Oh, opponent scoops. Because we would have been able to mutate the Shore Shark on this pile. And, oh my goodness, we would have got so many lands. Well, yeah, that's Scute-tate. Scute is so good in this deck. It's so sweet. And it's cheap. I mean, even on Arena, it's pretty cheap. That's one of the sweetest parts about this deck is... Because of how mana bases are in Zendikar Rising Standard, and because not every color has rare dual lands at this point, outside of Triomes, which, yeah, I mean, aren't thrilling in two-color decks, this deck's just, like, really cheap all around. Like, if you look at the deck, it has, what, 2 mythics, 2 6 rares, 10 rares. So 2 mythics, 10 rares, And I believe that includes, I guess we have oozes in the sideboard. But even, you don't have to necessarily play them in the sideboard. You could definitely play it for around 2 mythics and 10 rares. And it still will do this spectacular scooting. So, scoot. All right. Budget magic time. We are Scute-tating. In modern, Scute Swarm, mutate, shenanigans, epicness, and, see what this hand looks like. Alright, well, we'll keep this. We're on the draw. We would love to hit a 1 or 2 drop to start our mutations, but, I mean, we got lots of cool art, so we should be good. I don't know why I don't have cool art for, ooh, that's a 1 drop. Alright, that works. Second Great Horn. Yeah, let's go bottom. We already have 1 Great Horn. Opponent starts on a basic forest. Alright, carry added, sure. Well, Gilded Goose. And Temple of Mystery. But they really want to give us this crap. Okay, we'll keep it. We'll keep it, Arena. If you insist. I mean, we're just going to draw one anyway, apparently, because Arena really wants us to have one, so opponent. Fable Passage. Passes. Well, alright, land and mutate on the Gilded Goose. Over. Grab a island. Boy, you could actually... I mean, I guess we attack. We could actually Sterix next turn. I mean, I think we probably will. Opponent cracks. Gets an island. We could also just keep stacking up Great Horns. Our opponent might also... Oh, Gargaroth. Alright. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we're going for it. Land and Sterix. Over. Search for the land second in case we hit a Scute Swarm. Whoa! Okay. That is also not horrible. Our top 2 cards are Auspicious Sterixes, so 6/6s for days. They can actually block a Gargaroth, too. Alright, I mean, that works. Opponent plays a land. What are the chances? That was fortunate. Opponent gets a mountain. Passes. Well, we will mutate a Parcel Beast. Under. Basic land second in case we hit a Scute. Wow, opponent's cycling. Okay. Well, I mean, we're going to keep going. Get a land out of the deck. And, I mean, mutate a Parcel Beast. Loot. Discard a land. Under. Land second. Okay. Get a land out of the deck. And then... Actually, this is 1 mana now? Oh my goodness, we're going off. Mutate a Great Horn. Loot. Wow, we are going off. Discard a land. Loot. Aww. Discard Scute Swarm. We wanted to put that into play, but this is fine. Under. Land second. Sterix gets us a few cards. Still no Scute. I'll get a food. Get a land. Get a land. Great Horn. Oh my goodness, this is a ridiculous combo turn. Mutate. Loot. Discard. How long does our opponent stick it out? Discard. Discard. Under. Come on! We need a Scute! Still no Scutes? Get a land, get a land. Alright, one more. Loot. Okay, there's a Scute. And a good... What a turn! What a turn! We couldn't hit her Scute, but good God did we go over the top. Holy! That was ridiculous. Oh, that was good. That was real good. So, I guess we just bring in the bubble snares and go down 1 Parcel Beast, 1 Floral Hydra, and 1 Goose. Run it like that. Alright. This hand's slow, but we do have a Scute. Wouldn't mind a 1 or 2 drop again. Oh, alright, land go. Question's gonna be, do we run out Scute, or do we wait another turn? Uro. Puts the land into play. Yeah, I mean, run it out. Please don't kill it. Opponent. Cracks Evolving Wilds. Alright, Escape to the Wilds. Draws a ton of cards. Well, alright. That is a lot of cards drawn. But we get to play a land. Make a token. Great Horn. Over. Get a land. Make a token. Go attacking. And yeah, pass the turn. I mean, next turn we could potentially start going off. Our opponent could be an Ugin deck, which would be a problem. Omnath. Alright. draws a card, land, gains some life, roiling regrowth, gonna make some mana, and hit us with Omnath. Yeah, Omnath's pretty good. It also doesn't care too much about Bubble Snare. Yeah, mana, hits us, and Uro. Alright, the real problem is gonna be Ugin. If there's no Ugin, I think we're fine. Because we are gonna start making a board of Sterixes here. Opponent passes. Well, we will play an island. Get a copy. Mutate Sterix. Over. Spin the wheel. Oh, 2 lands. Okay. That's good. Here comes the dorks. Baby Godzilla to the bottom. Doesn't really matter because we're getting another land. And I guess we'll make a few more Sterixes and Great Horns. And go attacking. Alright, opponent. Do you have Ugin? Ugin, I think, is all we're scared of. If it's Ugin, we probably lose. If it's not Ugin, oh my god, they do have Ugin. Alright, well, that's game. Oh, that was so good, but it's just so cheaty. Opponent. Going off with Omnath. Opponent exiles everything. And passes. Well, cast Sterix. Play the land past the turn. Opponent untaps. Scorching Dragonfire Sterix. Well, alright. Not great, not great. We get a trigger. Please hit something good. Alright, we hit a Parcel Beast. Opponent can get back Uro at the minimum. Genesis Ultimatum. Omnath and Ilson Caryatid. Gets a bunch of triggers, draws a card, cracks the land to make some. Oh, this deck's so busted. Yeah. Makes some mana. Lotus Cobra joins the fun. And I think that I don't think there's a way out now. I think our opponent's got it. We draw nothing, so we can pounce a Shore Shark on Parcel Beast, but none of this really does anything. Put it over. Bounce Omnath. Opponent has another Scorching Dragonfire. Yeah, alright. And we will scoop it up. Wow. We went off, but nothing matters in a world of Ugin. Unfortunately, no matter how sweet of things you do, if Ugin shows up, they don't matter, which is a bit disappointing, I would say. Well, alright. Bring in a couple negates, trim a little bit more, run it back. Yeah, pretty sure the deck our opponent's on is far and away the best deck in Standard. Well, alright. We'll keep it. Would like to hit another land. We do have a negate. Bubble Snare is good against some threats, but it's not especially effective against Omnath or Lotus Cobra. Well, play Baby Godzilla past the turn. Opponent plays a land. Has the removal spell. Well, play Baby Godzilla. Pass the turn. Miss our land drop, unfortunately. Opponent. Island. Cultivate. Getting their ramp on. Getting set up for big things in the future, presumably. Hitting a land would be pretty sweet. Opponent gets a plane, so they're set up for Omnath. Not a land. Well, we will mutate Parcel Beast. Loot away a Bubble Snare. Over. Play the land. Pass the turn. Omnath. Locust of Broken. Draws a card. And a land. And. Alright, well, we will Parcel Beast. Get a Shore Shark. Oh, this is tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's just pass. Shore Shark can come in at instant speed. Let's see what our opponent does. Escape to the wilds. Alright, let's mutate Shore Shark. Loot. Discard a Bubble Snare. Under. Bounce Omnath. Opponent gets to draw their cards. But no Omnath to go crazy with mana. Opponent. Fabled Passage. And Evolving Wilds. And cracks it. Trying to set up for a big turn next turn. Yep, gets a land. Well, let's Parcel Beast. Play the Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's just pass. Put on a taps. Omnath draws a card. Alright, so we will Shore Shark. Mutate. Discard Floral Hedron. Under. Bounce Omnath. So opponent gains some life. Yeah, I think we got to negate it, unfortunately. Bounce Omnath. But this means Ugin is still a thing. Opponent plays a land. Discard some cards. Well, play Scute Swarm. Play the land, make a copy of Scute Swarm. Pass the turn. But Ugin is just still unbeatable here. Alright, Omnath, that's not Ugin at least. Draws another card. Cracks the land. Well, mutate Shore Shark. Loot away a land. Under. Bounce Omnath. Alright, opponent gets an island. And it's Omnath again. Draws a card. Come on, good draw. Good draw, good draw. We at least need to hit a mutator. Sterix is a mutator. Well, we will Auspicious Sterix. On Parcel Beast. Loot away a land. Over. Well, let's see what we hit. Bounce Omnath. Make some Scutes. Forest to the bottom. Play the land. Make some Scutes. Well, alright. Do you have a Wrath, opponent? Go to combat. Attack ya. Down to 20. Do you have Ugin? Of course. And we will scoop it up. Oh, well, that's why it's the best deck in Standard. That is exactly why. Oy. Well, our deck did cool things, but our opponent's deck is the answer to cool things. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Well, alright. So what do we learn this week about Scute-tate in Standard? And the deck's actually pretty sweet. We went 3-2, and one of our losses, it came to the Omnath deck, which, that was such a brutal loss because we were going off. We were super duper going off, making ridiculously big boards. But guess what is really good against big boards of creatures? That would be Ugin the Spirit Dragon, which twice we won game 1 and game 2 and game 3. Opponent managed to get to Ugin like a turn before they would die to our huge mutate board. It just Ugin, Wrath everything, and then our fun ends and everything is sad for our mutators. But really, I think this deck's actually pretty powerful. We saw the mutate plan be like semi-good in last Standard. The mutators, even though it's risky to go all in on one creature, enough of them generate immediate value that even if our opponent ends up killing our mutate pile, hopefully we've gotten the value out of it. And the equation changes significantly thanks to Scute Swarm. Scute Swarm as this insane finisher to the deck, where in the early game, it makes chump blockers, keeps us alive, it works well with our land-wrapping mutators, and then in the late game, it just becomes an almost, well, I'm going to say almost unbeatable, because Ugin clearly beats it, but outside of Ugin, an almost unbeatable finisher for the deck, where we just make so much stuff. We had a game where we played through, like, our entire deck with Auspicious Sterix, it just had, like, 30 creatures on the battlefield. It gets absolutely insane. So the deck is ridiculously fun to play. It does spectacular things, and it's budget-friendly. Like, to me, this is a win-win-win budget Magic. It hits all the marks. It's fun, it's unique, it does spectacular things, and it's cheap, so just a super cool deck. And I think this is a deck that you can play on Arena and potentially rank up with. I wouldn't say it's the top-tier deck in Standard, especially in our current format with the Omnath Ugin deck being so popular. Like, that is a tough matchup. As you saw in our matches, we can beat it, and we were super close to winning that match, but if our opponent can Ugin, everything goes out the window. Like, Ugin is the hard reset to our deck. So I don't know if it could be top tier because of that matchup being a little bit questionable and Ugin being a little bit good against our deck, but it definitely is a playable deck that you can win a lot of matches with, rank up with, and have a ton of fun along the way. So that's Scute-tate. That's our budget Magic for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.